Wagwan family, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to travel back in time. We're just gonna go back in the days, the old-fashioned days, when we never used to have the electric stove, the gas stove, and the lovely blender. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. So from the title, you know what we're about today. Someone have to even tell you. So first, to start this recipe, we're going to get some sweet potatoes, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to wash them. So we're going to wash off the dirt off of the sweet potato, and then we're going to go ahead and peel them. Okay, so guys, let me share this to you now. Did you know that sweet potato pudding is a dessert loved by Jamaicans, both young and old? Did you know that? Comment down below and let me know if you know that. So sweet potato pudding, or so-called potato pudding, is a recipe that have been handed down from generation to generation to keep the tradition alive. So in this video you will see the dutchie pot where we used to bake the pudding in. You also see the coal stove that is used to bake the pudding, and the grater that is used to grate the sweet potato and the coconut. So all these tools are quote unquote old-fashioned tool, or back in the days tool that is used to make potato pudding. But when I left out with coal stove and grater, this is the best way to make sweet potato pudding. So old-fashioned style we go. So the next step is cracking the coconut to prepare it for gratering. So here we're going to use 2 coconut. Well, the easiest part is cracking the coconut, but the more challenging part is to remove the nut from the shell. Okay, so what we're doing here repeatedly is getting the coconut into smaller and smaller pieces. This is important because when you're oxing the coconut or removing the nut from the shell, it will be easier. So we're just continuing to repeat that process. So here we're going to show you a close-up view on how we ox the nut from the shell. So here you want to get the tip of the knife in between the nut and the shell. About 1/2 inch away from the tip, firmly but slowly slide the knife between the nut and the shell along the edge. After doing that all the way around, you can extend the tip of the knife to about 1 inch. And again, firmly but slowly slide the knife between the nut and the shell, but now you're going to twist the knife as so to flick the nut from the shell. So after removing the meat or the nut from the shell, we're just going to wash them off. Guys, you know what? Me love to watch my grandmother bake potato pudding, because me that does teeth out piece of the coconut and run with it and put little sugar pan there and eat it. Guys, comment down below if you ever do that. So here we're going to grate the sweet potato, which is the old-fashioned way. And with grating the sweet potato, it requires a bit more patience and more muscle work, right? But all time people, them like to use them grater, and you can't tell them not about them grater, and you can't tell them about blender. As the maga ask you say, where you come from, or blender, a grater you must use to make your sweet potato pudding. You know, things and time changes, because when my grandmother come over and we're going to make potato pudding, and me draw for the blender, she say, where you go with that? Pass my grater and my dutchie pot. And you know the wood on the back, how go light up a coal stove and make a wood fire. Okay guys, so that's not all. We have to grate the coconut as well. Yes, we have to. So don't mind the noise in the background. The kids are excited whenever they hear that we're going to bake sweet potato pudding, because young and old, everybody enjoy this dessert. Alright, so we're just going to continue to grate the coconut to extract the coconut milk from it. So after grating the coconut, what we're going to do is we're going to juice the coconut to get the milk. So we're just going to throw some water, pour some water in it, and juice the coconut. So this is how the grated sweet potato is looking, right? And this is the grated coconut trash. And as we said before, we're going to juice the coconut. So here we have 2 pounds of sweet potato and also 2 grated coconut. So as we said before, we're going to juice the coconut. So these are the main ingredients to making the sweet potato pudding. So here we also have some additional ingredients such as our cinnamon powder or vanilla or almond concentrate or sugar, flour, the coconut milk, the juiced coconut milk, and the cornmeal. Okay guys, so let's get into it. So what we're going to do now here is we have our tiny grater, as we said, old-fashioned way. So we grate in about 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. So we grate 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Right, so to be honest guys, here in the Caribbean as well as Jamaica, we don't measure, we just pour until the spirit say pour no more. But today we're going to give you some measurement as to how to make the sweet potato pudding. So we had 1/2 pound of cornmeal, and we also going to add 1 pound of flour, also we're going to add some vanilla. So we're going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of vanilla. You can add more depending on how you like the flavor of your pudding to come out. So if you want more spice, more flavor in it, you can go ahead and add it. We're also going to add some almond concentrate. So here we're going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of almond concentrate. Right, we also have a similar video, total recipe, total without egg. I'll link it right here. You can watch if you haven't yet watched it. We're also going to add some cinnamon powder. So you're going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 1/4 to about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. And we're going to add some brown sugar. So we're going to add about 3 cups. So 3 cups of sugar. So please check the link in the description down below. I'll provide you with some ingredients to making 5 pound sweet potato pudding as well as a 2 pound. So please check the description for the ingredients in the description box down below. And what we're going to do now is going to blend everything. So we're just stirring and getting everything blended, the cornmeal, the flour with the coconut trash and the sweet potato. So you want to ensure that everything is fully blended along with the spices, the cinnamon powder, the vanilla, and so forth. So we're just going to continue to repeat this process until everything is fully blended. So after blending for a while, this is the consistency that you're looking for, well blended. You're not seeing any white flour or any cornmeal or so. Everything is well blended. So here we're going to go ahead and add some more nutmeg. Please check the description box for the exact ingredients to this recipe, sweet potato pudding. Here we're going to add 1 cup of coconut milk on the first go, and we're going to blend everything well. So we're just going to mix in the coconut milk. And to monitor how you pour in the coconut milk, so you're going to pour some now and then mix it, and then you pour in the other later. So we just pour in the first cup and then we're going to mix it in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet done so. And we just continue to blend everything in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add another cup of coconut milk, and we're just going to give it a stir and mix it in. So the liquid that we're using is the coconut milk. So that is the coconut that we juice. Yes, so that's what we're using, the coconut milk. So you know we get all of that natural taste there. Coconut milk, coconut trash, sweet potato. Guys, please remember to watch the full video to see the end result, the outcome of the 5-pound sweet potato pudding. And then we continue to mix it and blend everything. We also went in again and had more vanilla, about 1.5 tablespoons. And we also went in again and add about 1 tablespoon of the almond concentrate, and we're just going to blend everything. So we're just continuing to blend everything in. Right, so we're just continuing to stir. At this point, we're going to add 1 more cup of coconut milk, and we're going to do the taste test to find out if we need to add more ingredient. So here we need to add some salt to taste. So we had 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we're repeating the same process. We're just going to ensure that the salt is evenly distributed throughout the mixture. So what we're doing now is we're tasting the mixture to find out if we need to add more spice or so forth. So we're just mixing it to ensure that it is well blended and distributed throughout, and we're tasting again, right, so to see what we need to add. So here we are tasting the mixture to find out if we need to add more ingredient. So we went in again and we had about 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Guys, remember to check the description box for the exact ingredient to this recipe, because you know you have to test and you have to taste the mixture to find out what you need to add as you go along to get it perfect. And had 1.5 tablespoon of almond concentrate, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and 1.5 tablespoon of the vanilla, and we're just going to blend everything in so we can get it well blended. So we're going to prepare the cold stove now. So that's the cold stove. After blending, this is how the mixture is looking, right? Look at that consistency, guys. So it is well thick, fully loaded with coconut milk, natural coconut milk, guys, natural coconut juice. Right, this is how it is looking. So we have to separate them for the 5-pound. So we're just going to pour some of the mixture in a dutchie pot, guys, the old-fashioned way. So we're pouring some in the dutchie pot. So we're gonna make 2 separate pudding. Right. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna show you the real yard man style, country style, how you're going to light the coal. So here we have kerosene. Kerosene make the job easier. So you pour the kerosene on top of the coal and you're going to light it with a match. Back then, you'll have to get a piece of plastic, a plastic bag or something. You light that plastic and then you allow the plastic to melt on top of the coal. You would have to use a book cover to fan the coal so that the coal can catch. So we leave it there to catch, and now we're going to place the pudding on top of the coal stove, and then we're going to add the lid on the top with the coal, the wood, and the coconut husk. So this is what we'll use to steam the pudding straight through. So hella top, hella bottom, hallelujah in the middle. What am I? Please comment down below and tell me what we're referring to. So we're going to leave it to steam. 2 hours later. So after about 1.5 to 2 hours, this is our lovely sweet potato pudding. Remember, you have to monitor the pudding now and then and check on it. And here we cut it in half so you can have a close-up view on the inside. So it is steamed straight throughout with hell on top, hell on the bottom. This allows the steam to penetrate straight throughout the pudding. I do hope you enjoy this recipe. I do hope you enjoy the old-fashioned way of creating the sweet potato pudding. This one, just one slice can fill you up very well. I do hope you enjoy. Please give this video a thumbs up and remember to turn on your notification button so you can be notified whenever I drop some authentic Jamaican recipes. Special thanks to Deidre and Miss Yvonne and the pudding testers. Unknown yourself, just show some love in the comment section. Want to check out more for the videos? Check these out.